it is time to face the dark.
He wasn't the dark.
No.
No, I imagine not. The dark is probably the thing in the cellar that we weren't ready for.
Probably. Elaine is gonna check on.
I say this as I'm like sticking my spear down behind his helmet and like into the back of his head, and then like using that to lift the helmet off of his head.
Ew.
Is there even anything beneath it?
The helmet. His helmet.
I'm systematically taking his armor off, but by using the tip of my spear.
Yeah, like removing any sort of scraps of armor, removing his helmet, you can see that this is a very, very, very very decomposed body. Looking over, you can see now that there was an alcove in the wall, and that alcove was absolutely packed with bodies. You can see scraps of various types of clothing, ranging from armor to noble clothing to peasant clothing. There, all types of people were holed up in this wall, and you can see the remains of people who have just wasted away in there.
Once I'm looking, I'm gonna look for somebody who once upon a time might have been dressed like the Leaper.
It's difficult.
Sherry
It's
will
difficult
be
to tell, but
looking-
you can't see anything really. You think she managed to avoid that fate?
I bet she might be one of these.
Is he okay?
Yeah.
Being choked and everything?
He's tougher than he looks. He's rubbing he's got a bit of bruising on his neck. But you see him mutter to himself, and the bruises start to instantly fade away.
Oh.
Carrie will be looking in the wall for the children.
You do not see any child-size remains.
Good.
I don't understand that. I thought he was the one walling people in. And now he's coming out of the wall? That's also weird.
I am utterly confused about this whole place, but if Mara says kill it, I'll kill it, and then if she turns out to have been using us, we'll have to deal with that when it comes to it. And then I stab him one more time.
A bit of his arm just breaks off.
Alright, if we're gonna do
Mara,
this, let's
let's do
finish this.
Drag pieces of his armor away and just like fling them into various corners of the rooms. So he doesn't even have them all together anymore. Take his helmet and I launch it into this room and I'm like, "Here, butler, wear that!" And then, come on, let's go.
Okay, are you all heading down to the basement?
Ven's gonna say to Elaine, "Do you think Jocelyn's okay?"
I hope so. Maybe she's more barbarian than we thought.
Yeah. This is
Okay.
desecration is what she's doing at the moment. Let's let her go first.
That is a wise choice in every case.
Okay, let me just clear up the basement map with all the dead cats.
We killed them.
Stomp on them.
Carrie just goes into the room, has an 8-hour sleep.
Yeah, just have another nap. And then in the morning he's back again. That's how Dark Souls works.
True.
Okay, yep, so you come back down to the basement. There's still the remains of squished Grimshikers on the floor and splattered on the walls.
Cool, and my lights are here because it's dark.
Get
Be
the
careful as I walk down aisles, checking for any other cats that we missed the first time, making sure.
Yeah, I don't want to get jumped on again.
You can now see that this wall that was there before basically no longer exists. As if this storeroom was open the whole time. However,
Guess we're ready.
you do notice when you get a bit closer that the flagstone on the floor starts to look a bit different. Where you had the newer tiles in the newer house, as you start to go over to the west, the flagstone looks older and older and older. And you can see another lower level to the tower and a large iron door.
I think we're beneath the tower. The darkness beneath.
I think you're right, Jocelyn.
I'll walk over to it and give it a good tap, tap, tap.
And as you tap on the door,
And I'm ready to strike anything that opens it.
it opens suddenly with a slam. Stairs. You see the stairs that curve along the wall of the tower rising up. But then it stops abruptly at a ceiling. Like that ceiling has been placed there many years ago to cover up what was beneath it.
I see.
So at one point in time, this would have ascended all the way up the tower, up to where the leaper was, but now it has been concreted over or bricked over, keeping whatever was down here hidden. And in the floor, a large hole, a large collapsed pit descending into darkness.
Well, at least it's dark down there.
You guys should come and see.
The sounds of the battering wind and rain seem to fade.
No throwing yourself down there, okay? Weirdo.
Who you calling weirdo?
The person who likes to stand beneath falling ghosts and talks about being on their own.
Scientific investigation.
Yeah, you can call it what you like. I saw how you were carrying around that dead cat and how you're looking at those creepy things that we just fought, and you're full of weird.
You just scattered the body of our enemy around all this.
Aye, because he promised to come back. It was for very good reason, tactical reason. He promised to come back after death and haunt us. I don't know about you, but I'd rather face a ghost that's not armoured.
Well, I'm glad that you did that because he's going to come for you first.
Aye, I imagined he would. That's why I scattered his armour.
As you're shouting at each other, you can hear your voices echoing back at you up this hole. Jocelyn, you also notice as well, there's a very, very, very faint amber glow. Very similar to the one you saw in your dream.
From down the hole.
From down the hole.
Don't
Don't
you
you
guys
think-
jump in?
And the rest of the hole is like inky black, like darker than dark, like the rest of my room.
Yes.
Yeah, like can I send a light down there?
I'm gonna
See
kick a
anything?
stone. Kick a
Yep.
stone down.
Yep, so it drops about about 30 feet. So you can hear that with the stone, and you can see that with the light. When you send the light down, you can see that it looks like it's a natural cave formation underneath. You can't really see anything specific. You can't see where the amber light is coming from at this point. But you can just see it drops down about 30 feet into a natural cave.
I look at the walls of the shaft, looking for faces.
You can't see anything. You can almost just see kind of straight down. It's almost like a sinkhole.
It's not, the walls wouldn't be like climbable then. They don't have like anything that would help, handholds or anything.
No, so if there are any walls, they're not directly where you are. This is literally just a hole in the ceiling and then a drop.
Ah, right. So
Yeah.
it drops into a cave. Right.
Yeah.
It's not like a shaft.
No.
And it's about a 30-foot drop. Well, looks like we're gonna have to go down there to take the fight to it. Unless you want to come up here. No,
Harry goes
with my
back.
spear. Tap, tap, tap.
Well,
And
ladies
goes
first.
back up. Carrie goes back upstairs, and while she's walking off, she tells everyone, I'm just gonna get my ladder.
Oh, yeah, good idea.
Amazing.
You had one. You need help in manoeuvring it out of the room. You probably shouldn't leave her to go alone in this place. I'll go with you.
Okay, yeah, you guys go
please.
back. You guys go back, and eventually they come back with a 24-foot ladder.
When you come back, Ven is lying flat out on the ground with like her arm in the hole.
Oh, for goodness, are you being eaten by the hole or something? What's happened? Are you trying to touch the darkness?
I'm trying to touch the darkness. It seemed like
God,
there's
you're
nothing.
weird.
You're weird as well.
I know.
I was just having a poke at it to see.
Does it feel like anything?
There's nothing. It's just a normal hole, at least as far as my arm will reach. But this side over here looks the most strong for this ladder.
Well, I'm not sure that the ladder will even reach the ground. We might have to lower it down with a...
I've got
rope.
2, love.
Well, it will
But
reach
too
the
good.
ground, but will we reach the ladder then?
Tie them together.
Tie them together with a rope. I've got a rope.
Yeah, there we
Let's
go.
spend some time. Time is not of the essence here, I'm sure. We're not doing
Yeah.
anything
Nope.
that's pressing.
You can tie
Carrie
them
reaches
together
down
and
rips
kind of
the other ladder patch off, and this
back.
20-foot ladder pops
Yeah.
out.
Overlap of about 10 feet and
Okay.
wrap through each rung on
Okay.
both sides. Make sure it's properly tied together.
It's very
then-
secure, yeah.
Now I've got a 38-foot ladder. There you go. That was a half hour well spent. Right, I think that'll hold. Let's
I feel
pop it on
slightly
down there.
rested.
Should we take another 10 minutes? Just take another maybe 20 minutes or so, just have a wee short rest. Right,
That's another
let's
7.5 hours.
let's take another 7.5 hours just to camp out here. Alright, Mara, you here with us? Give me some sort of sign if you're wanting us to go down here and fight this bastard.
At the moment, you sense nothing. Are you all going down the ladder?
Yeah,
I've got no
playing
sign,
very.
Ven is so going down that ladder.
Yeah. Yeah, normally I would go
Very
first, but I'm like,
hesitant.
no, Ven's gonna go down first.
Let me just check something. Yeah. Okay, so you all climb down the ladder. As soon as you're all down there, it feels just completely wrong. Ben is probably loving it.
Yep.
I'm looking at the walls for creepy faces.
When you all look at the walls, you realise, especially with the flickering of the dancing lights, that these walls are not made of brick or stone or anything natural. These walls are made from the contorted faces and skeletons and skulls of 1,000 corpses. Some of them look skeletal, some of them look decomposed, some of them look vaguely flesh.
I dreamt of this place, so I know we're in the right place.
Some of those bodies are not old. Some of those are recent. Look at that one over there.
I walk over to one of the more recent, and I put my spear out and slowly go towards its eye. And I just keep pushing forward until it like pushes all the way into its eye.
And you called
It doesn't.
me weird.
It doesn't react. It looks like it upon its death.
This is a test.
Its face was frozen in absolute horror. But as you all look around,
does it seem like fleshy though? Still, it hasn't been petrified into stone or anything. It's like
it's still fleshy. Yeah.
Think
You had.
I think
Thank
we
you for the
found the
donation,
other.
Bagel. Thank you.
I think we found the other adventurers that Mara has lured here. There's a fair few of them, Mara.
There's so many faces. It's just like a whole mishmash of different faces, and every now and again, as you're glancing past, you almost think, "Wait, was that my face?" Almost as if you're looking in a mirror. But then when you look back, it's someone completely different.
Jocelyn.
Are they all like? Are they just piled into the wall like this, or are they like stacked on top of each other? Can we see just faces, or bodies and arms and legs and shit as well?
Majority faces, but you can see like the odd shoulder sticking out.
So it looks like they're all kind of prone and stacked.
Yeah,
not
uniformly, but kind of just stuffed.
Yeah.
Wherever there's any sort
Elaine
of space.
just pulls her light closer so that she don't have to see that stuff. She can't see the walls now.
Jocelyn.
Hey.
There's something over here.
Oh yeah.
Not what I was expecting at all.
No, I was following an amber light in my dream. I think this might be it.
You had a dream about this place.
Aye.
So before you stands a monolith made of solid amber. It's about 8 feet tall, 5 feet wide, and 5 feet thick. As you get closer, you can see within it like wisps of smoky black, almost as if they're floating inside the amber. Where Jocelyn and Ven are standing now, that is like a small ledge that descends down into a black, murky, kind of shallow pool of water.
Like a kind of black blood oil.
It looks kind of quite like thick and viscous, and
was it a happy?
Gone.
Was it a happy dream, Jocelyn?
Oh no, I was here and it was frightful. I saw all the faces in the walls judging me for my failure.
You didn't fail, though.
Not yet.
We took that guy down.
I think it was my own insecurities about failing in this, whatever this is, because I don't know how to hit this with a spear. This is a bit beyond me.
Can you all make a perception check, please?
Sure can. Oops. 19.
So 19, 24 from Elaine. So Jocelyn and Elaine, in the murky pool of water, you both, in different places as well, so like one near where Jocelyn's standing, one near where Elaine is standing, you see something glinting in the water as the ripples of the water move.
Ooh, flinching back.
Whereabouts, like over towards the thing, or like underneath the...
So what you see one about kind of like here, just near the base of the ledge. Elaine sees one kind of here.
Glinting in like glassy, or like a gemstone, or glinting like metal,
moving?
or is it moving?
Something metallic.
Moving metallic?
Nope, just as the ripples of the water move, it's like you can see something sitting at the bottom.
I poke my spear into it slowly.
Have you seen Jocelyn? What?
What are you doing, Jocelyn?
Something metallic
Before-
in the water here.
Do you? I
You-
can get that for you without you risking your weapon.
Spear tip is inches above the water. Yeah, maybe that's a good idea, actually.
Carrie will reach out and throw her shadow hand off.
Yep, so you see this shadowy hand float and go beneath the water. And a couple of moments later, it comes back out clutching an amulet. And hovers
Carrie
it over to Carrie.
will let her hand over to Jocelyn, and
Okay.
she does not want it.
And put my spear out and take it by the necklace bit. If it is one of those types of amulets.
Yeah. Like
necklace?
a thing on the end of a necklace, and the thing looks like a symbol of a raven.
Like the dude who brought us here.
Similar,
I say,
yeah.
in
Carrie
Jocelyn's
will
voice. Look, it's a
ask
raven.
Jocelyn,
Oh,
can you see
So
anything else?
so seeing this, she calls out to Carrie. There's something on our side too, like somewhere here. Can you get that out too, please?
Yep, and she'll throw her hand out again.
Yep. And this time it comes back up with a handful of a mixture of silver and gold pieces.
Oh. She'll okay, she'll probably put them on the ground beside Elaine. I don't know if Elaine wants to touch them.
I don't know. Finger poke it?
It's fine.
Okay.
It's wet coins.
Huh. They don't enchant me when I touch them.
Nope, they're just a bit wet. Then you start to hear these whispers echoing around the cave, but only you can hear them. You've never truly belonged anywhere, but you could belong here. Finally, a place that you can call home, a place where you are respected. I can give you that.
Don't want to be respected by Amber. Gonna have to try harder.
Carrie, you hear whispers. Again, it sounds like it's echoing all around this entire cabin, but only for you. Like, you failed those children. Those children were left here to rot and to die, holed up in that bedroom with no one to help them. Their mother died. They were all alone. Where were you? Jocelyn, again, you hear echoes as well. You're just going to end up like another one on the wall. Your Red Knight cannot help you here. The Red Knight, Mara, didn't help them before. What power do you think she or you have? You have none. You all answer only to me.
Okay.
And
why don't you show yourself then?
And Elaine, again, echoes around the cabin for you only. These do not sound like your spirits. This is a voice that you do not know, and a voice that is pure evil. Those spirits that flutter around you are useless. What if you could have true power? The true power over, well, anything you want. Over shadow, over mist.
No. They are my friends.
Or maybe I could give you useful spirits, spirits that are far more powerful than the ones you have now.
I don't need power. I
Everyone
just want
wants
to
power.
make them happy.
You all kind of continue every now and again getting these little kind of whispers in your ear, trying to throw you off, trying to maybe tempt you.
Everyone will sit down on the edge of the ledge with a very sorrowed look on her face.
Carrie,
What?
look at Elaine. You alright?
No,
You can't
that
give
has a
in.
point, you know.
You can't give in to the voices.
And
They were
then
only children.
emerging from behind the monolith, a figure walks forward. She is a spectral female figure with hints of crimson chainmail.
As she walks forwards, I sort of whisper to myself, listen, whatever it is down here, it wants me. It wants me more than you. And I don't know what you are. But you can't let her take me. I need you as my eyes and my ears. If you let me succumb like these thousands of people here, then what will you watch? And I'm going to use the borrowed eyes feature of my Watcher's Dark Gift. As an action, I'm going to influence the guiding Watchers for 1 hour and gain advantage on all investigation and perception checks.
Awesome.
And I'm immune to being blinded. And
You feel that all these thousands of faces in the wall, where like before they were inanimate, now you feel like every single one of them focuses its eyes on you for a moment, and then starts to look past you, look around you.
I'm going to use that and make sure, and it makes me feel a little bit safer that I'm not going to get snuck up on or something like this. I'm not going to have the wool pulled over my eyes.
You feel like,
as much as I hate drawing on them.
Yeah, for a little bit of comfort, you feel like this time they're watching out for you rather than watching you.
And then I'm going to look a little closer at this amulet that I've got around the end of my spear.
It looks like just a raven symbol. You can make a religion check.
Yeah, boy. Religion. 9.
Yeah, it's a pretty amulet with a raven on it.
I'm gonna touch it to the back of my hand.
Nothing happens.
I'm gonna take it off and put it on.
The figure standing before you is obviously the ghost of Mara. She says, "Well done for making it this far. Now, the question is, well, you followed my instructions so far. You've done everything I asked. You dealt with the chimney witch. You dealt with the leaper in
our own way.
In your own way. You even killed Dranzorg's body, reanimated body. But the spirits in this house do not rest for long. You see, This, and she motions to the monolith.
Aye.
This is the power that controls this place. We are all at its mercy. We are all subject to its whim. When I made that deal, when I was about to be executed, this power spoke to me, and in my desperation, I allowed it to help. It gave me the power to overcome Dranzorg. It gave me the power to dispatch him and all his troops, and I hold them up in the walls of my castle so that they would never leave. But in that deal, it meant I could never leave also. Anyone who dies here is doomed to have their spirit haunt this house for eternity. Unless there is an exchange.
Change.
If any of you were willing to take my place, I can finally be free.
Just
Yeah,
you.
And the others?
And the others?
Unfortunately not.
You haven't exactly put your best pitch forward. Why would we do that?
I had hoped that perhaps my story would inspire you. A family home invaded by a warlord. A knight, myself, with her last ounce of courage, overcoming this evil.
And for you, wanting to go back on that signifies regret on your decision. Somewhat undermines your noble act.
For personal gain.
I just want to be at peace.
But
So does everyone.
what? You made a deal with the evil force, and everybody around you is imprisoned with you, and now we should free you? I would rather free the innocents.
What Elaine says.
What innocence?
Why don't we free you all? Why don't we free you all by taking out this thing?
No one is innocent. Even my people who betrayed me, they were not innocent. Dranzorg, his troops, they were not innocent. Every single person who has come here is not innocent. The darkness, whatever power is in that thing, is in each and every one of us, and it speaks to all of us. And everyone at some point succumbs.
Is this a stone crystal thingy attackable?
It's a solid object, it's there.
I will send the swordsman spirit that's still with me to attack the stone, the monolith. So that is this one.
Vin's going to tear off the piece of Mara's armor and drop it on the ground.
You make a melee spell
I
attack.
will
Okay.
roll a d20 plus 5, 12. That's underwhelming.
Is that to hit?
That's my melee spell attack.
Okay. It is very, very tough and very, very solid. You feel when you see it make a connection, but it doesn't seem to do anything to it. It looks like it's just way too tough a rock.
Oh no. Warrior vanishes. Poof.
Mara laughs. You cannot kill the darkness. The darkness is persistent. The darkness is eternal. But
Then
if
what did you bring us down for?
Well, if you won't come willingly, then I shall have to take you, won't I?
You can try.
Ready for her to turn hostile this whole time. I throw my hand axe at her as soon as she says that.
Okay, make a ranged attack.
Ooh, 18 plus stuff. 18 plus 4, 22.
That's
I don't want to be first.
probably a hit. Yeah, that's a hit.
That's 4 points of slashing damage. And then I hunker down behind my shield. And grab my spear out again.
Where's
Okay.
Lucy Ball?
She's back here with Van Richten.
Ah.
So the axe kind of goes flying through her. It does seem to make like a little bit of contact, but it seems like she's obviously not entirely corporeal, so it doesn't hurt her as much as it should. So how much damage was that? 4?
4 points.
Okay. Okay. She lets out the most ear-piercing scream you've ever heard in your lives. She shouts, "If you won't come willingly, then I shall take you all!" And can you all make a Constitution saving throw?
Yeah, boy, here we go, here we go, here we go.
Let's eat you.
Whoa.
Oh no.
Thank God.
Oh dear God.
Oh no. Oh no, you don't want to fail this one, guys. Oh shit.
Too late.
17. Nice knowing you, Elaine.
Oh well.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Wait,
That was
you
for a both.
all right.
I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
we are
They
soon
both
to
had
be
a-
faces in the
Both
wall.
had advantage, right?
I'm trying to think of a reason why she would.
And Richten, how about him? No.
Damn it.
So Jocelyn's okay, right? What did you get?
19.
19. Yeah,
No,
you're
17.
Yes.
yeah, no, yeah, you're okay. Right. So then Elaine, Carrie, and both with this ear-piercing scream, you all clutch your heads, clutch your ears. Blood starts to pour out, and that didn't work. Where's the damage? Give me damage.
1. Just 1 damage.
You all drop instantly to 0 hit points.
Nice.
Wow.
And 16 psychic on a success, creature takes 3d6 psychic damage. I rolled well on that. I'm sorry. So 16 psychic for Jocelyn and Van Richten.
Oh, if we drop to
And-
0 hit point, what happens with the temporary ones?
I think
The-
aid is not temporary. Aid is our current hit points.
It is actual hit points, so they drop to 0.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, that
They are in dropping to 0. Down.
So that happens. So Ben, Elaine, Carrie, and are both on 0.
Good luck,
And
Jocelyn and Ben Richten. You got this.
Carrie, I need a death saving throw, please.
I wanted to cast.
I
Liam
wish I had rolled a 1 and got dumbness. Deafness. That would have been cool.
Yeah, deafness would have been great.
There should be a bit on your character sheet where you can just click death save. There we go. You have 1 success. Then.
Good time for me to go last in the initiative order, isn't it?
Oh,
Hey!
nice.
You get.
You can have your turn.
Ven is going. I'm assuming we went prone,
You would have dropped, yeah.
so she's going to scoop her short bow up, and like from a sort of half crouched position, she's going to fire at Mara.
Okay.
And through. Hang on, without sneak attack.
I forgot the card again.
And your arrow definitely makes contact with her for 9 piercing damage. Again, it kind of flies through her because she's mostly incorporeal, but it does cause some damage. Elaine, can I have a death saving throw, please?
The warrior guy that I sent towards the stone. I forgot again to use the card.
That is a success.
Good. Yeah, you can just put it back, because if I put it back, it's not back.
So do a recall, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
in case I draw it again.
Jocelyn.
Just throwing a thing, getting ready for an attack, and then she screams, "Ah, fuck!" And I hear the sound of my friends all hitting the ground. And I'm like, "Oh, fuck!" And realizing that tactically, as I am an acolyte of the god of tactics, it wouldn't be smart for me to fight without full advantage. I'm going to use my movement to run over to the nearest downed person. As I'm running towards Ven, I see her eyes come back awake. So I sit down. I kneel down next to Carrie, and I get out my little pot of restorative ointment, and I smear some across your face and mouth, and it acts like smelling salts, and restores you. A 1 on that dice and a 7 on that makes 8, and then it's +2, I think. Let me just double check that. 8 + 2, 10 points, 10 hit points.
Nice. Thank you.
I say, "Wake up! We got a ghost to fight!" And then I get back into position here. How many? I think I've got another 10 feet of movement. I'll go and I'll just double check that. So then I'll go with the rest of my movement and run over to this one. And I'll position myself a little bit in front, if possible. There you go. That's me.
Okay. For some reason, both in Richten are not in the turn order yet, so I'm going to do a death save for Ebolth. She gets 1 success. And then Van Richten is going to... So Ven's okay, Carrie is down.
Bonus action rage as well.
Okay.
So just
Carrie's being healed. Elaine is down, Ebolth is down. For now, because it's going to be easier, I'll have him come over and cast Cure Wounds on Elaine.
I thought he was down. He was not?
No, Van Richten passed his save.
Oh, cool.
He's going to cast it at level 2 as well. So you get 14 points of healing, Elaine,
Wow.
from Van Richten, and then
That's cool.
let's add those into the turn order as well.
Good.
Okay. she is going to fly forward straight towards the one who shot at her. And she's going to reach out with her wispy, kind of clawy hand, and she's going to try and suck the life out of you. And she tries to grab your face with an 18 to hit.
Oh boy.
That'll hit. And there's nothing I can do.
You can
And-
use your voices, spirits.
I can, but it will still fail an 18.
Yeah, okay.
And yeah, so she reaches out and she tries to drain the life out of you as you take 16 necrotic damage.
And I'm back down.
Death save.
Here we go.
It's a
One
pass.
extreme to the other. No.
Carrie.
How does my spell scroll work on my coat? Do I get to pick what it is, or is it a random spell?
It's usually random.
Okay.
What level is it? I can't remember.
Between 1 or 3rd.
Roll a d3. Or roll a d6 and half. Okay. So it's a 3rd level spell.
Cool.
Roll a.
I know what I'd like it to be.
Roll a. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Roll a d6. It's probably easier. So I'm gonna go with that. And level. God damn it. And then roll a d20.
Oh my god. So many rolls.
4. So
I really want to get 4.
you have a scroll of daylight.
Daylight. That dude.
Pretty handy when we're fighting the darkness.
Can be cast by cleric, druid, paladin, ranger, or sorcerer.
A, B, C, D. There we go. That's where it is.
60-foot radius sphere of light spreads out from a point you choose. It is bright light and sheds dim light for an additional 60 feet. It doesn't have like much of an effect unless it's like an actual, say, like darkness spell or something like that, or anything that is affected by that. So
Would I know?
it would help you to see.
Is useful. Okay, so it would just help us to see. I know it wouldn't help us any other way.
You don't think it's going to give you any sort of like advantage in this situation?
If we were fighting vampires, it would.
Yeah.
She is going. Oh god. I don't like the spell because it never bloody works. She's gonna try and use Chromatic Orb.
It'll work this time. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you for saying
hits. That's okay. So what's the damage? Nice. And what
It's
type
gonna
of damage?
be she's a spectre, isn't she?
She looks incorporeal, like a spectre, but make an Arcana check.
She's undead, so definitely necrotic damage.
Okay, especially
I just got that.
especially because of the scream, you remember something about banshees. So there it's a little bit more distinct. So you reckon that acid, fire, lightning, thunder. You definitely think cold would be a very bad plan. Necrotic would be a very bad plan. You think go with one of the elemental ones, like
Okay,
or
yeah.
like
If
fire or
she doesn't
lightning or
like-
something, but not cold.
Yeah. So she'll do fire damage.
Okay. So 12 fire. Nice. Four reasons. Okay. Anything else?
Everybody's up now, right?
No.
Yeah.
Ven just got her face sucked.
Oh, yeah.
And Ebolth is still on the floor.
Nice.
Okay. I will go over here and get ready to help Ven.
Okay. Van Richten's going to come over and he's going to cast Cure Wounds on Ebolth.
Go,
Gonna
Richten.
go at level
It's your
2 again,
birthday.
so 7. Ebolth is going to... Now she's going to stand up. And... she's going to clutch her holy symbol again, and she's going to call down on the power of Tyr to help her defeat this foul creature before her, and she uses her channel divinity of Vow of Enmity to give her advantage against that creature. That is a bonus action, so she is then going to rush forward and take a swing, but stopping on the top of the ledge, she kind of like leans forward, almost loses her balance, and doesn't quite get it. Elaine.
So Elaine is still lying on the ground, and before she does anything, even stand up, she is casting lights because she can't see anything. Like total darkness. And then she's gonna stand up. And so Ven is still down, right? And Ebolth is back up.
Yep.
Well, I only see lying bodies, so I will move over to Ven and do the same stuff Jocelyn did. Get out a small pot of ointment and just smear it on Ven.
Okay.
And
Pretty good stuff.
Nice.
yeah, it's cool stuff. And give her 15 hit points back. Oh no, sorry, can't do cast lights. So no healing for you. But I'm gonna converse with the spirits to prepare another one. And then my turn is over. Sadly.
Okay, so you got the pot out ready, but you can't quite rub it on it this time.
No,
Okay.
I can't. Sad.
Okay, Jocelyn.
I can't.
How far down is this? Is the oily shit from the ledge?
It's only like a couple of feet deep, so
Okay.
it's not really a hindrance to get down there. It's just
Okay. Cool.
descriptive.
And the bottom of the it doesn't seem like the oily stuff itself is that deep.
Nope. It's just
Cool.
well, for you it'll be like knee height.
Yeah. 4'7". I will. So I went into a rage, and then I'm going to. I'm going to go reckless with my attack. I'm recklessly jumping. Oops! Whoa! Don't do that. They're not great. That first one was a 12 to hit. So I step back, and then I take a running jump, and I leap off this way. And I'm going to try and recklessly attack, and I'm aiming to land down on this ledge on the other side, but it's a long way. Longer than I could leap without any sort of a check. Let's see. Let's measure it out. So I went 10 foot, and then 10 foot leap, and I'm going to try and leap, and I'm going to recklessly attack as I do. 12 to hit.
It hits.
Oh, 12 hits. Nice. So that is minimum on that one. So that's 3 plus rage, 5 points of piercing damage. Oh fuck! I got double ones. I got snake eyes on the 2d6, and 3 points of divine radiant damage. So 5 and 3, 8 points of damage.
Oh shit! I took them off of you. I took something off of you. What was that last number you just said? What was the radiant damage?
3 points of radiant.
Okay, I just took that off of your AC or something there.
I don't know how far you want me to get. I'll just get to there if need be. Flying through the air.
Well, with a high strength, taking a running jump gets you quite far anyway, so...
Yeah, 14 feet.
Yeah.
So running jump, I can go 14 feet, but that's more than that. I measured it out. Because I'm leaping from here. So 14, I guess I can get to there.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
Cool.
Can you also make a quick perception check for me?
And I have advantage because all my watchers are watching for me.
Yes, you do.
6 on both dice! So, plus my perception of 4. 10.
That is enough.
Oh, good.
Because you have disturbed, as you you've done a running jump, you've jumped in the water with a big splash. It's not that deep, you kind of disturbed it just enough. Just glinting in the water, almost below your feet. You can see something bigger this time, bigger and metal and glinting. And as the water rippled away from your jump, it almost looked like a weapon.
Cool.
Seeing her out of her peripheral vision, kind of jump past her, slashing her or hitting her on the way past and jumping behind her, she turns round to look at Jocelyn, and she reaches out with her hand and tries to grab you by the face and try and suck the life out of you.
Do it! You got advantage.
Does she have advantage?
Because he was
reckless.
Reckless attack. But even with
Okay,
advantage,
she doesn't. Yeah.
even go on.
I was going to say, if she has advantage, I will take that off her.
Oh, nice.
With your shadows.
Yeah.
Nice.
I will.
Nice.
No, with my clocks.
Oh yes, yeah.
Not clogs.
Not clocks, Rob.
No, I was thinking of clogs, actually. Get your mind out of the gutter.
So Jocelyn has recklessly swung at this creature. So you see the Banshee using that to her advantage to try and hit him, but Carrie then reaches out and she manipulates the order of the weave to revert things back to how they should have been, so the Banshee no longer gets the advantage. Almost as if Carrie is like manipulating order itself.
Nice.
Either way, the Banshee wasn't going to hit, but with a 6 and a 9.
Nice.
I wouldn't have known that. I would
But
have
no,
done it anyway.
no, fair enough. Ven is still unconscious. You've had 1 success so far. 2 success. Carrie.
Carrie is got not much left she could do. She forgot that the other fight wasn't the end one. Halfway through the other fight.
Used up all of
so
the
she's
spell
gonna-
slots.
So she's gonna firebolt.
Still gonna hit and do decent
Nice.
damage.
Yeah.
Yep, she erupts in flame briefly. And takes the fire damage.
Oh, I was meant to help Ben too. God. Never mind.
Poor
I
Ben.
did wonder.
Is that your turn?
Can I bonus action? Pour a potion of healing down her throat.
Yeah, usually using a healing potion is a full action. Especially trying to get it down an unconscious person's throat. So I'm going to say no.
Okay.
You can have it out and ready
All
for
right.
next time, but you can see that Elaine's
Yeah,
got a
I'll
pot of ointment ready as well.
Yeah, no, I won't.
But don't worry. Van Richten's
Van
here to
Richten's
save
gonna
the day. He's going to run around. And he's going to cast Cure Wounds. Oh, Fancy's gone.
Bye, Fancy. She's dead. She's just got head down on the table pretending to be dead. That's all it is.
He's got loads of spell slots left. He's going to cast it at level 3. Lovely. There we go.
Oh man.
Wow.
Can you give me
Richten,
some?
MVP. MVP.
I'll be like, Van Richten, can you just give me that ring of spell slots?
Eboth. She's just gonna jump down into the water. Fancy. You got 20
Fancy.
points of healing from Van Richten.
I mean 20. That's what I meant. You're muted.
So Eboth is going to take a 2-handed swing at the Banshee with her with her vow of enmity. She gets advantage, so she gets the 23
Nice.
and 11 bludgeoning damage.
Smite.
I was literally just gonna say. Divine Smite. The extra damage is 2d8. I think she only has first level spell slots, so it'd be 2d8
2d8.
and another 1 because it's an undead creature, so 3d8.
That's so powerful for a first level spell.
So as she channels the power of Tyr into her strike, she hits the Banshee and pumps 19 smiting radiant damage into it on top of the bludgeoning. So it lets out a shriek. Not an ear-piercing, make you all fall over shriek, but it lets out a shriek. It is looking quite frail and wispy at this point. Elaine.
I saw Van Richten do like really heavy healing magic, I guess. Judging from the glow, so I will use my bonus action to finally get a view of what's actually happening here. Do Evolve and Jocelyn count as within 5 feet of each other? Or do I have to choose?
I'm 5 feet of the banshee,
The
but I
thing,
don't think
not
yeah, but
not
not
within
to
each,
her.
not quite within each other. No.
So yeah, us three down here, obviously. But the melee fighters is they are not within 5 feet of anybody except for the banshee, right?
correct.
No, no, they're just out.
Okay, so she is going to. She's going to walk a bit out of the range of stuff, and then she uses
Oh,
her
shit.
action to command the shepherd spirit she communed with earlier, this one,
Yep.
to give her hit points to Evolve and herself. So I will roll a die.
Nice.
So Evolve and I myself get 8 temporary hit points. And bonus action have been the lights moving, so I'm all out of everything.
Okay, Jocelyn. So you've seen this sword glinting in the water, or on the bottom of the water.
Yeah, I sort of manipulate myself round so that I'm kind of standing, and then flick it up onto the top of my foot and lift the hilt out of the water so that I don't have to drop my shield or spear until I actually know what the thing is. And I lift the hilt out so that I can get a better look at what the sword looks like. What am I looking at? It's definitely a long sword, or
It is a long sword, and it has a kind of a crimson tint to it, and it looks especially nice and well made.
I think, oh, kill her with her own sword. That'd be delicious.
That's what I was
So
thinking.
So I I reach back and I place my spear on the ledge behind me here. And then I flick up the sword, catch it, and do a little flourish around with it in my hand, and I strike it down towards her. And I'm going to do it recklessly.
And it is a +1 longsword.
Ooh, nice. Reckless. So the first one was a nat 1, so thankfully I had advantage, which took it to a 4, and then +4, +1 because it's a longsword, so a 9. Still single digits, even with a +1 longsword.
Oh
my god. Whoa, I'm not. Oh, sorry, it's the balance of it. I'm usually attacking with a spear, so it's the balance of a sword. That's all it is. Also, my feet are slipping. Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah. Right. I strike out like this. Yeah. Oh, that's not as long as a spear. Oops. Should we just pretend that didn't happen? Oops. That's me, I guess. I'm gonna circle around to here.
Okay, her head whips round and she notices you holding onto the sword that she once used in life.
You like this? I think I might take it after I kill you with it.
And she's going to reach out and she's going to try and grab the very wrist that's holding onto the hilt of the sword. And again, with a corrupting touch.
She's got advantage.
15 to hit?
15.
No, she's got disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
No, she's got disadvantage. Oh, not advantage, I should say.
She's got a regular roll. So the first roll.
It's still a 15.
15 hits.
Ah, damn it.
Which, is a 20 necrotic.
Oof.
Whoa!
Can't have that with raging. I'm suddenly a lot less. Cocky. I'm gonna take your sword when I kill you with it.
Oh no!
Let's zoom in a bit. Is that you?
Why you
that's
down?
you. That's you on the floor. Yeah.
Clash into the water, splash.
Where did the sword
Ven.
go?
It's by my feet, I imagine.
Is it reachable from where I am?
Yes. Bearing in mind that you're currently on the floor and she's right there. She's kind of like hovering, like looking down upon Jocelyn at the moment. But you are right there. You'd have to be careful. Like, just be a bit defensive. But as long as you're not leaving her range, you're all good. But you can kind of like reach out and try and grab it.
Just so that I know, the healing that I got came from Jocelyn.
The healing was from Van Richten.
Okay. Ven's gonna stay on the ground, having literally like barely opened her eyes and seen Jocelyn go down right in front of her. She's going to reach into her bag, into her pocket, and pull out a potion of healing and stretch out and just lightly pour it into her mouth.
Okay.
Exactly like that, Rob, but less creepy.
So, Fancy, do you want to do the roll for it?
What is it? It's a 1d8?
It is... I always
2d4
forget.
plus 2.
Yeah, 2d4 plus 2.
No.
Not bad. Only a few bits miss. But mostly goes down her throat.
Like I said, I'm gonna kill you with your sword. What happened?
Ven's also then going to use some of her movement to stand up.
Remember, you've got some bonus stuff as a rogue. Like you could disengage.
I could.
If you wanted.
Don't want to.
Okay. Carrie.
Right. Ven's up. She's seen Jocelyn wake up. Just gonna fire at it.
Boom, it hits.
And I need to click that little clicky thing. Yay!
It erupts in
Damage.
flame briefly.
She's
Lighting up
pissed
the
off.
room. Yeah, you can see on her face she is
Yeah.
absolutely pissed, and she's still glaring at Jocelyn, who's clutching onto this crimson sword. Anything else?
She's just gonna move away a little bit. This way, and that'll do for now. Yep.
Okay, he's gonna come around this way. He's gonna reach over, and he is going to reach out and touch Jocelyn on the back, and he's gonna use another level 3 because why not? There you go. 15 points of healing on Jocelyn.
Nice. Thank you, dude.
Well done, Tank.
Eboth is gonna swing with her hammer. But unfortunately swings a bit wide and doesn't make contact with any of the wispiness that is left. Elaine.
Can I see who still has open wounds? Like, is it visible whom I can.
I'm looking fine, except for being face down in some oily pool. But all my wounds are stitched up.
I think everyone is a bit injured. Ebolth right in front of you, or Carrie, I would say, are looking from where you're standing. They look worse. Ven looks okay. Ebolth and Carrie look a bit worse.
Okay. But Evolve still has my temporary hit points, like ghosty flittery around her. So I will run over to Carrie and just hand over my healing ointment and say, make yourself useful. And
I'm going to damage.
and then I will cast Healing Word on my... No, I won't. I will fling spells at this lady in front of us.
Okay.
Who is not nice. Well, where are you? Here. And because I wanna make BAM, I do it right.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
That'll make bam.
So, and I need a description. So,
GGSO.
let's see. I have an 8 and a 6.
So thunder or
So
poison.
thunder or poison. So I'm choosing thunder. The thunder spirit is the strongest
Thunder?
one.
Feel thunder.
Thunder.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And then hopefully these are correct. It's 2d8 plus 1d6 and then another d6 on top. What's this?
Do
you
you
just
want
figured
to
out?
describe
Yes.
how she explodes?
Oh my god. Elaine just sends basically all her spirits towards this ghost, and it crackles and it's fire and it's fiery and cold and everything at the same time. But the thunder one seems to be the strongest, and he or she or they influence the others. So the ghosty lady erupts in a big old bam, because it's thunder and not lightning. So she vibrates until she basically falls into 1,000 pieces.
Here we go. Hopefully that. Come on, wait for the sound effect. Come on, sound effect, work.
From the ground, I lift up her sword and go, "You did it! Good job!"
I was waiting for
It's
the sound
loud,
effect.
stay
The sound
under.
effect didn't work. Come on. Oh well. Yeah. So Mara basically explodes with this kind of like this thunder that shakes the whole cavern. Some of the, I would say rocks, but some of like the fragments of bone and skull and corpse start to fall from kind of like the walls and the ceiling. And as her spirit fades to nothing, you hear one last scream as she says, "You were supposed to release me. You were supposed to be the ones. Another group who have failed." And her screams,
side of it you're on.
her screams fade away into nothing.
Okay.
You, all of
She
you, feel
Elaine
this.
is totally taken aback by the strength of her spirits if released in full force.
You all kind of feel like the oppressive nature of this house. Like it's almost like there's a sudden relief from all of you. Jocelyn, it's like even in this accursed place of evil, there's nothing watching you anymore. The only thing of any sort of ominous nature now is this amber monolith before you. But you don't feel any eyes on you. You don't feel anything watching you. Elaine and Ven, your spirits seem to have gone quiet. And Carrie, your shadow remains neutral. Your shadow is just like behaving as any other shadow would. It's like there's nothing
Hey everyone,
any
check
longer
it out. I
other
found a
than
nice
this
sword.
darkness before you.
Found a real good sword.
It's very you, Jocelyn.
It's really not. I was gonna. It was just the weight of it was all off. I was gonna stab her with it because I thought it'd be prophetic to kill her with her own sword. But then I whiffed. It's hard to fight ghosts.
Very hard.
Yeah, come on, give me a hand up here. It's a bit too high for my wee legs.
Here you go.
Jerry pushes her up by the butt.
Elaine is backing
and
towards
then-
the wall and crouching down and is in tears because her friends are all gone.
They're not gone. They're just kind of
Gone very
They're-
quiet.
they're quiet. They're kind of like inactive at the moment.
Then she's only half sad.
Venna's just glad there's nobody nagging her.
Carrie, as you get closer and closer, you hear the whispers around the room echoing in your head. Yes, yes, come closer, come be with us, come join us.
Carrie, can I please have my pot back?
And
Carrie chucks it up to Elaine.
And then you all hear, like, with these whispering echoes, the spirits may never be at rest here, for I control this land, I control this domain. I am the Dreadlord, and all that occurs within this house is my will and my will alone. But you 6, you have impressed me. And some of you already, I can see, have the darkness inside you. Embrace it. Embrace what you have discovered here. Embrace what you have learnt here tonight. For while Mara may not have got her wish, you have still been able to free some souls, at least. Your own. I will allow you to leave. I will part the mists for you, and you may return to your home. But just remember, a little piece of this place, a little piece of me, will be with you always.
Does it sound like a male voice?
It sounds nondescript.
Carrie will say to it, "Oh, love, I've embraced my dark side for the last 140 years. I don't need your help doing that." And she'll climb out of the pit.
It's rude of a person to speak this way without an introduction. Who are we speaking to?
I have no name. I and we are entities older than the gods themselves, older than anything you can possibly imagine. We are the dark powers. We are the Shadowfell. We are Ravenloft.
What about
You are
the
my
people
next
here?
target.
Aim big.
Like it.
I suggest you leave before I change my mind.
To go.
Oh wait,
I want to free the
I lost my
spirits.
hand axe. Wait, I want to get my hand axe back. Wait, where did that go? Oh wait a minute. It's
Before
here
we
somewhere.
go, Carrie will send her mage hand into the water to see and skim it round, see if there's anything else in there.
My hand. God damn
There
it,
was
where's my
there
hand
was those
axe?
coins.
Yeah, there's more coins in there. There's a couple more of those raven amulets, and like a few just kind of
She'll
a few
scoop it all out.
trinkets.
Do I have the ointment back? Because then I would
Yeah, I threw it up
anoint
to you.
myself. No, wow. That's underwhelming.
Jocelyn, we should definitely leave quickly.
Hey,
Voice-
yeah, I'm on my way. Just gonna get my. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I found it.
But what
Okay.
about the people?
What people?
Well, the leaper girl and
She's
the
sorted.
others.
She's
We
sorted.
sorted her. She's fine. We dealt with it all.
But he said we are free to go, and they
Yeah.
are not.
Hey. Yeah.
Okay, you all heading back upstairs?
I am.
Venice.
Okay, so you'll climb back up the ladder. Are you leaving the house?
Yep.
Before Carrie goes, before she leaves that pit, she would ask it if the children are still trapped here.
You no longer get any response.
Okay.
So you'll make your way upstairs. When you get up there, you notice that the wind and the rain and the thunder seems to have stopped. And when you get out into the foyer area, you can see coming through the cracks in the door, you can actually see some sunlight beaming through. And if and when you step outside, you see before you, it's quite a nice, bright, sunny day. The mist seems to have parted, and before you lies the path into the woods from where you came.
Helen.
Carrie
You're
will
another
say
human.
as she leaves. She'll say, "Wow, I'm very surprised we all didn't die."
I put you back on here. So imagine now this now looks like nice and sunny and not quite so ominous.
Yeah, nice and sunny. Totally.
Ben checks that she's still got the dead cat on her. She does.
Priorities.
On the way back up, Van Richten scrabbled together some of his research notes and the spirit board and like chucked as much as he could in a trunk as quickly as possible and brought it with him.
Carrie got the belladonna plant.
Okay.
It doesn't deserve to be trapped in that house.
Now, do we have to go back the way that we came?
Well, Van Richten says, well, I believe that is entirely up to you.
We've just had natural thunder.
You say, well, it was definitely a story. I'll see you all in another lifetime. Ta-da!
Bye, weirdo.
And away she went. What? Line is just, where are they all going?
Van Richten says to whoever's remaining, well, I thank you very much for all your help back there. It seems that we happen to have stumbled into something called one of the domains of dread, and unfortunately, the power in those places can never really be beaten as such, but the fact that you made it out, the fact that you were allowed to leave, I would call that a win. The fact that none of us were doomed or suffered to perish in that god-awful place. I believe that whatever or whoever brought you here was looking to trap all our souls. I don't think that place will ever be free. But we have survived and we live another day, and that is what counts. Good luck on whatever adventures you have next, or whatever you choose to do with your life. And I hope the light of the Morning Lord and the blessings of Tyr and the Red Knight follow you and keep you safe. And he actually starts to wander back this way.
Before he leaves, I would have asked him if he knows anything about what happened to the children in this research.
He doesn't know. There were no records.
Okay.
Elaine, having learned that this guy is obviously a researcher of these creepy places, she will stay with him, assuming he's the best chance for her to find her father.
You can be Van Richten's new companion.
Yes.
Nice.
Bard, entertainer, bodyguard.
You can become a mist walker like him.
Exactly. That's cool.
So Elaine wanders off, goes with Van Richten.
Yes. And waves goodbye.
Jocelyn fucks off, and eventually you're walking sometime through the woods, and you emerge from the path, and there you go. That's where you came from. Same with all of you who decide to take the path back home.
Yep.
You arrive back, and everything is as it was before. The people who greet you go, "Oh,
You look like shit.
oh, but where have you been? I haven't seen you for weeks."
Weeks.
As you realise that wherever you have been, somewhere beyond this world, somewhere beyond this plane of existence.
Buy me a drink and I'll tell you all about it.
Terry's like, damn it, I could have had more long rest.
And then you go about the rest of your day and the rest of your lives, always remembering what the Amber Monolith said, that there will always be a piece of the house with you and always darkness in your hearts. And that is the end of the House of Lament.